Hi there. So today we're going to talk about the role of miniaturized platforms in new space with Antonio Plaza. Hi, Antonio. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, Alessandro. Thanks a lot for this opportunity. As you say, my name is Antonio Plaza, and I am a professor with the University of Extremadura in Cáceres, in the southwest of Spain. And I am the coordinator of the Hyperspectral Computing Laboratory. Our work focuses on the use of hyperspectral cameras, and I can explain very briefly what is a hyperspectral image. The easiest way is to think about a color image. If you think about a color image, we have three bands, red, green, and blue, all comprising the visible part of the spectrum. So a hyperspectral image has hundreds or even thousands of bands. That means that we not only cover the visible part of the spectrum, but also, for example, the infrared. And this allows us to see what the human eye cannot. For example, with a hyperspectral image, we can see composition of materials. For example, we can accurately map minerals on Mars, just to give you an example, or to detect chemical contamination in water. So it's a very advanced technology. And somehow hyperspectral images have very fine spectral resolution, but limited spatial resolution. So we need kind of advanced algorithms to process and to interpret these images. It's a very exciting and fast developing area.
How would you define new space?
Well, to me, the term new space is kind of similar to the idea of open software or open hardware that we use in computer science. So my understanding is that new space focuses on somehow being able to do space and Earth observation independently of governments or traditional major contractors, and particularly using cheaper hardware components. That makes it easy for people to do research and make contributions in this area. For example, in academia, right? In a way, to me, it's a democratization of space exploration, allowing universities, academia, even small companies to contribute to this very important topic using miniaturized air and space platforms, such as for example, nanosatellites or drones.
So speaking about miniaturized air and space platforms, what are they and what new opportunities do they offer?
Well, these are very interesting platforms because they are instruments for Earth or space exploration that are quite small and also cheaper than other traditional instruments used for this purpose. So for example, if you think of a drone, it offers several advantages with regards to, let's say, a plane in terms of Earth exploration. Drone allows a kind of a la carte flight where the drone can be accurately directed to the place that we want to observe, to the place of interest. And in our case, for example, the drone could obtain hyperspectral images with much higher spatial resolution because we can control the altitude and the location of the instrument. In this case, also the cost of the flight campaign is much lower, but I'm not saying it's the total solution to the problem because the drone still has issues such as limited time of operation due to power consumption. So sometimes we need to combine both kind of platforms. But particularly when we have equipment on board or processing devices, it might be easier to control when we have a drone because we can specifically direct the Earth observation platform to the place that we want to measure. And of course, similar comments can be made for a nanosatellite. So in my opinion, these are very, very interesting new platforms.
And Antonio, what is, in your opinion, the next giant leap in remote sensing as enabled by miniaturized instrumentation?
Well, in my opinion, with these miniature systems, we can have much more precision in remote sensing tasks. Let me give you an example. With a drone, we can access areas with much more proximity, even areas that are difficult to reach by humans. And for example, we can obtain in situ information that is very difficult to obtain by other kinds of remote sensing devices. If you think about it, this is a revolution also for the processing algorithms that we need to apply in order to understand remote sensing data. Now we talk a lot about deep learning algorithms, and these algorithms need training information. But in remote sensing, this information is quite difficult and expensive to obtain, for example, using ground campaigns. But this can be addressed, for example, using drones, because we can obtain spectral libraries that can be then used to train deep learning algorithms and obtain much better interpretation and analysis of the remote sensing images. So these platforms offer really significant advantages. And in summary, I think we have very new advanced possibilities, not only for data collection, for example, using a la carte flights, but also in terms of data interpretation, using deep learning and other kind of supervised algorithms. So it's a very important contribution.
The IEEE has launched a new journal, the Journal for Miniaturization of Air and Space Systems, also known as JMAS, and you're the editor-in-chief. Could you maybe say a few words? What is IEEE, what is JMAS, and what are the goals that you're trying to pursue?
Okay, the IEEE is the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers. It's the world's largest organization of technical professionals. It has, I believe, more than 400,000 members in over 160 countries. And most importantly, it produces over 30% of the world's literature in the electrical, electronics, and computer science fields. It publishes more than 200 journals and magazines, and also sponsors thousands of conferences. So this new journal you are talking about, JMAS, is a new effort which is mainly focused on addressing these miniaturized platforms for Earth and space observation. That means that any aspect related to drones, nanosatellites, including the design, the operation, configuration, applications, even the processing of data collected by these instruments would be suitable for a paper submitted to this journal. We are quite excited about this journal because we believe it has a lot of potential. The thing is, we started recently, and we are actively looking for contributions. We have a dedicated team of associate editors, and we are fully committed to providing very fast review turnaround times. That means that if we receive a manuscript, we have to process at least the first decision should be received in less than 1 month. And also another important thing is that there are no publication costs, because the journal is starting and is co-sponsored by several IEEE societies. So we are right now looking forward to any contribution on any aspect related to drones and nanosatellites or any other miniaturized devices for Earth and space exploration. And additional information can be found in the journal website, which is IEEE-JMAS.org.
Okay, I will put the link in the description. Thank you, Antonio, for joining us today. This has been an interesting discussion.
Thank you, Alessandro, for this opportunity, and have a wonderful day.